The Last Colossus may contain explicit content. Check the episode show notes for content warnings, and make sure to rate us 5 stars and check us out on Instagram at Tales of the Other Side.
As Aegin, Cal, and Heathier regained consciousness after their fight with the vampire, they found themselves separated. Cal and Heathier were buried beneath the stone wreckage of the cave, while Aegin had awoken in a cottage, kidnapped by Malkov's agents.
The agents tried to intimidate Aegin, but she remained strong.
At least, until they threatened Ilya.
As Cal and Heathier pulled themselves from the wreckage, Chimney, the goblin, approached to tell them that he had seen Aegin being kidnapped and taken farther west. So, without skipping a beat, the two men raced into the woods to rescue their friend.
Though Aegin was captured, she was far from helpless, using her wits.
And a little lightning magic.
She was able to escape her restraints and prepare herself to fight against her captors, but inadvertently knocked over an oil lamp and began to catch the cottage on fire.
In that same moment, Heathier came crashing through the wall of the cottage. The druid had transformed himself into a fearsome ape, ready to take down anyone who might harm his new companions.
The fight was very hard fought and deadly, with the trio nearly succumbing to their wounds numerous times. But despite this, they were successful in eliminating Malkov's forces.
Though they were successful in their fight, the fire from the cottage spread to the forest. Crestfallen, Heathier dropped to his knees to pray to his goddess to extinguish the raging flames.
His goddess listened to his plea and brought a sudden rain shower upon the forest to cleanse it before spreading further.
With the crew reunited, they gathered in the carriage of his lordship and continued west in their pursuit of Taya Stonefist.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to The Last Colossus, an actual play Dungeons & Dragons series about a group of heroes who must take on a harrowing quest to prevent the rise of a primordial evil that threatens to plunge the world into another war. My name is Matthew, and I am the Dungeon Master. I have a super quick fun fact, just a reminder that last week we had a lore episode come out, a nice solid 45 minutes of me just geeking out about the lore that I've written for this, so if you like lore, you like mythology, or you just kind of want to get an idea of what the heck is going on in the world that we're playing in, give it a listen. I'd appreciate it a lot.
Hey everybody, I'm Jordan. I play Aegin on this wonderful, wonderful podcast that we all do together. My fun fact of the week that I have definitely prepared in advance this time is that Aegin's favorite genre of fiction, she has two favorite genres of fiction, and these are the only genres of fiction that she will read, and that is doomed Yuri and toxic yaoi. And that's it.
Hey guys, I'm Nathan. I play Kalgorath Stoneshield, and my fun fact is that if Cal would have been like any other class, he would have been a druid solely for the fact that, you know, he slays big monsters and shit like that, but he actually cares a lot about the little dude. So he's like, if he sees like an anthole on the ground, he will make sure you don't step on that shit.
That's so I love that. That makes so much sense.
Cal would do that.
He likes the ants. Also, I just find ants fascinating, and I have an ant infestation in my kitchen right now, and I kind of hate it. So I was like, ants. How do I make this a fun fact?
Life imitates art.
Hey everybody, I'm Noah. I'm back in the player seat, and I play Drauger. And my fun fact for today is that I now have a pop filter for my microphone, and I will hopefully no longer be so explosive, I guess you could say.
And this is Chapter 15, Season of Storms.
Forgive me for this, and we shall see each other again soon. I appreciate you both.
It feels like my final words. As I sink into the ground, Aegin and Cal don't see it, but I stare intensely at them. It's past my knees. Memorizing their facial features, my waist, how the afternoon sun cast desperate shadow, my shoulders. The light breeze flowing through hair and cloth alike. I'm up to my neck now. Cal, Aegin, I'll never forget you.
Awaken, my Drauger.
I sit up. Once again, I'm in my god's domain. A plane of eternal abyss. I step forward through the ankle-deep water. Cal, Aegin. Cal, Aegin.
My champion.
I turn and see him, Ephirth, god of passage to the afterlife, wielding a black wooden staff, skeletal, and cloaked in dark blue robes, as dark as the midnight sky.
Ifirth.
A dry chuckle reverberates throughout.
Tool of Ifirth, slayer of kind and kin, my dutiful dog. Are we having fun with those allies of yours?
Ifirth,
Silence, dog! Do not forget what you are. Do not forget you are mine and no other's. Do not forget you are immortal.
He's smiling. I say nothing. Cal, Aegin.
One of your kind. Slay it. I need to tell you what happens if you fail.
It will be done.
We shall see. You have lasted longer than most champions of mine.
Ifirth raises his staff and slams it to the ground. I'm in a new place. It's dark. I think I might be underground. The Underdark. I miss you both. Don't think about it. The mission, my only use. I push forward. Around the corner, a village nestled in a forest of shining mushrooms of all kinds and colors burn like the sun. Screams, bodies, drow and deep gnomes alike. The living run in terror, leaving their friends and family to burn, and I see the cause huddled around a half-burned drow. Feasting upon the flesh like starving animals, 5 Ondervar tear meat from bone.
Enough! You will die by my hand. So commands the god Ifirth.
The broken blade embedded in my chest vibrates. I pull. The shadows that makes up my very being crafts the weapon into an obsidian greatsword. Veins of gold crawl across the blade. All 5 heads darted, staring, the burning carnage reflecting in their pale, thoughtless eyes. They scramble forward, horned creatures with membranous wings and pointed teeth gnashing as they kick up the ash around them. The first to close the distance loses its leg. What's wrong with them? They're smarter than this. The second is dissected from hip to shoulder. Where are their weapons? The third and fourth jump on me, clawing at my armor, screeching and screaming. My greatsword is thrown from my hand as they hold me down. The fifth pins me to the ground, blood and drool leaking from its mouth. It bites into my neck, only to find there is no neck, only shadow and smoke. I still feel it in my own way. A searing hot explosion rips through my mind, screaming at me, "You're being hurt." My pauldron, carrying the visage of the cracked helm, glows with golden eyes. The greatsword that had been kicked away lifts from the ground. The point of the blade twists in the direction of the 2 Ondervar holding me down. I flick my wrist, and in an instant they are skewered. The broad side of the blade angled above my head. I waste no time casting an eldritch blast into it, refracting the magic, punching 100 small holes into the last monster. Its body hits the ground, sending dust into the air. I stand and touch the floating sword. It wreathes in shadow, reduces in size, and slides back into my chest. I miss my friends. A raspy, feminine voice calls out to me.
Help me, please.
I turn and see a drow woman, propped on a pile of rubble. I walk to her and take a knee. A splintered piece of wood has pierced her stomach, blood saturating the area around her wound.
What happened here?
Ondervar. Metal dragon. Please.
Where's the other one?
Dragon stalked away. You are a Drauger?
I don't respond.
You will take me to the gates to fight in the eternal war.
No.
Damn you. It's not like you get to go there either.
Are you finished pretending now, sister?
The drow woman convulses in a fit of laughter as the illusion fades. A Drauger, with sickly blue armor and elongated helm, almost like a horse's head, and fins decorating her extremities, lays in the rubble. A Kelpie, the splintered wood still piercing her abdomen.
I guess you're smarter than you look, brother.
I should know one of my own, no matter their appearance.
Tell me, are you still a follower? One of Ifirth's good boys and girls?
Yes.
Then we are alike. You have me, oh mightiest of our kind. Finish your mission. and be done with it. I was growing bored of this anyway.
I would have wished to fight you honorably.
Aren't you a gentleman then?
Silence for a moment.
Come then. Do what you were made for. And maybe in the next life we can. I'm sure I'll remember you.
I'm sorry.
I place my hand on her shoulder. Only smoke dances from the wound. I stare into the dark, empty holes in her helm as I do what I was made for. My sister begins to lose form as the depiction of a kelpie engraves itself into my armor, the head curling around where my heart would be, wrapping around my back to the aquatic tail splashing in water on my lower torso.
Beware, Dragon Helm. He steals.
My sister disappears.
The sun is high in the sky, and Solkono's warmth shines upon this beautifully early summer day. Travelers ride along the paths near you. Birds are chirping, and a calm breeze flutters the curtains of the carriage. A few hours have passed since the battle at the old cottage ceased, and ever since then you've sat in the cabin of his lordship's carriage as you travel westwards towards Norwood. Chimney and his lordship have quietly talked amongst themselves during this journey as the three of you have taken a much-needed short nap in the carriage. You'll be at the border of Norwood in just a little over 12 hours. Plenty of time for you to converse with your companions before the exhaustion from the day catches up to you and lulls you into a midday sleep.
Fellas, I think it's about time that I learn how to carve a new animal. I don't think it's working out with me and these ducks. Something about it's just, I don't know. People's reactions are starting to get to me, and I know you shouldn't listen to criticism when you're making art, but like, it's hard. It's hard to not listen.
Perhaps you should try and carve an animal that you actually know what it looks like.
Yes, perhaps, the tower that you fought. You know what it looks like, you've seen it close and intimately. I bet selling things that look like that would bring in quite coin.
That's only if I can get them to look like that. Terror seems to be a touch more complicated. You know, what am I doing doubting my own ability? Yeah, I'm gonna try to carve a terror.
Well, you've spent so long practicing carving ducks. I mean, you have the, skill now.
For
you can,
sure.
You know, up the game, as it were, to make something a little more complex.
I like the way you think. I appreciate your faith in me. And she's gonna grab, like, the mess of a duck that once was a duck that she has now since forgotten was a duck because it looks like nothing. And she's going to start, with absolute poor form and poor technique, trying to just, like, stab the chisel straight in, make it look like a Kandar terror.
Hell yeah.
It's been, quite some time since I've had companions along the road, and you all fought, I mean, brilliantly back there. There were a few moments where I was not quite sure that we would make it out of the other side, but, yeah, well done.
Hey, yeah, I appreciate your help back there. You were a good fighter yourself.
Oh, of course. I mean, you were in danger. We weren't going to leave you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It still feels not great to pull people into my own mess, you know, but especially somebody that I don't know quite as well as I do Mr. Kyle over there. But hey, does that mean that, hey, that's how you start a beautiful friendship, is you gotta trust each other. You gotta go out on a limb and see if it's well received, and it's well received on my end, so I don't see why not.
And it's just as well received on my end, too.
Either I must say, your actions speak volumes. I'm not sure that we would be here without you right now.
No, certainly not.
And I would not be here if you wouldn't have saved me from the rebel, so I think we've all proved our friendship to one another.
Aegin, I know Drauger's not here, but I mean, we are
I know.
2/3 of the Hangmen.
Yeah.
I think it is safe to say that Heathir here is definitely part of us now.
I think he could be an auxiliary hangman.
He is hanging out with us right now.
He is hanging out with us right now, and now that we've hung out, that means he's part of the hangman.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I would also love to say that it's not normally quite that perilous, but that would be a bald-faced lie. So,
Well, I'm curious, and now that we've, gained some trust amongst one another, your reasoning for traveling towards nowhere, may I inquire as to what it is?
Aegon's gonna look at Cal.
Well, I'm after someone that is part of my tribe. They are on a mission, and I'm not sure I wish them to complete the mission. They've been tasked by their clan leader to hunt Dragonborn. And I'm not sure that I wish them to do that.
They still follow the old ways of the Goliath culture.
That they do.
I see.
I will not say that I am conflicted. I know that I was taught the same things that this Goliath is doing, but traveling with Aegin and Drauger has taught me that some things are not as, black and white as they seem. There is a bit of grey area, and I'm not sure what he is doing is really the will of Drauger.
I see. It is always nice to have companions that help to push your views and push you in ways that make you expand your horizons and think new things. I think that your time with Drauger and Aegin serving you well, it seems.
That it has. They come from very different walks of life than me, and
Which is so funny, because we grew up in the same area. Well, same country. Country? Region? What do we call them here?
I do not know. Province? I don't know.
Territory?
Nation.
Your
Nation.
people are the ones that come up with the names for that. I just live in the mountains with my tribe. There is not a name for where we come from other than the clan that I'm with. It is the land. We live on the land.
I understand that, we have different missions we're on right now, and I'm not quite sure how long I'll be able to stay with the Hangmen for the time being. I mean, whenever I get called back to the Grove is when I must go, but I feel it's important to share something with the two of you that I've seen. When we were unconscious after the fight with the vampire, and I dreamt, or maybe shown prophecy, I'm not sure, but I had this vivid vision where Semtha was there, goddess of dreams and prophecy, and storm was all about out of nowhere and was flooding the land, turning everything to just muck and mush. And she told me to beware the changing of the seasons. I've not even a clue what this means and what it relates to, but should we have to separate, I wanted to make sure you knew about this warning that I had. Keep yourself safe as much as you can.
Hey, we appreciate it. Changing of the seasons could be literally changing of the seasons, but also feels like it's a little bit of seasons of the way the world, how the world's turning right now with all these Omnivar popping up, and maybe there's a third unknowable thing that I haven't thought of yet, because shit, I'm realizing I do not know everything in the world. We appreciate the heads up.
Well, perhaps it could be actual change in the season, or like you said again, it could be change in the way the world is being perceived currently. I mean, what the dragon cultists are trying to bring back Veldred. The Ondorvar are back in force like we've never seen. Potentially more things are happening behind the scenes that we do not know about.
Excuse my heresy for a minute, but I'm starting to suspect that the gods don't know what the fuck is going on either. It's just all this prophecy of, like, beware the seasons, and it's like, okay, well, what season? What should I beware of? I'm pretty wary all the time now, to be honest. So, I appreciate the heads up, absolutely, and we'll keep an eye on it now, but I'm a little bit just like, man, you ain't got nothing more specific for us? It's truly just, we'll know it when we see it, I guess.
I forgive your heresy. It is truly unfortunate that the gods speak in riddle. It is like they put their words in things and then expect us to translate or uncover the truth in something that makes no sense to us. But they are the gods, and I have faith that they know what they are doing.
Can you guys both give me history checks?
I got a 7.
I got a 16.
Aegin, you know that according to whether you believe to be myth, legend, history, when Osemther was created from one of the limbs of Adalin's great tree, she was created with the ability to see into the future, which, allowed her to be the goddess of, dreams and destiny, nightmare, prophecy. But when she was first born, she saw the future of all that is to be in Eldrathil and vowed to basically more or less oath of silence, like nobody should know exactly what's going to happen all the time, because the gods want to allow for free will. Telling someone exactly what might happen or could happen takes away a mortal's ability to govern themselves. And that is a reason why normally if a god, especially if something comes to you in a dream, they speak in, riddles and things such as that.
Yeah, I know they have this whole, mortals should have free will thing, but then they want to impose their will upon us, so I just don't really get this whole, half measures thing. It's like, you can't say, all right, you're on your own, you don't get to know, so you get to make all the choices. Ooh, but actually, what if... Ooh, but I don't actually like that choice, and, but I don't want this bad thing to happen to you. And it's like, okay, great, you can think that, then just tell me what it is. Oh.
And then there are the fates. And it seems... if they know the future, then do we truly have free will at all? Our destiny is set for us. There is a reason we are all together here right now.
Yeah, so it's like if she's seen all futures, is it all possibilities, or is it just one future that we're inevitably we are making the free will choice to march towards? But then what's the whole point of the free will if we're not marching towards that future on our own?
I will say with your 16, the Varas, the Fates, the daughters of Osemther, inherited their mother's ability to see into the future. And fate is generally just like the word for how a person will die. And a big thing with the Varas and with Osemther is, yes, they have seen endless possible futures. It's difficult to navigate what exactly will happen. And so it's more of just trying to steer towards what they believe to be the better possibilities.
There's definitely some mage philosopher in this world that's it doesn't make any sense. There's too many possibilities and the gods are controlling everything.
It's Aegin.
It's me. Oh, well, I guess I'm gonna have to struggle towards something I'm not particularly good at, which is faith and trust that we're gonna be able to figure it out and that they've probably got our best interest in mind.
Yes, choose your god wisely. As much as we love Drauger, I'm not sure Ifrit is the one to choose.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you brought it up because I don't trust that. I just don't like how he treats Drauger.
It is unfortunate that Drauger is as good a man as he is, and yet the god that he serves treats him as horrible as he does.
But unlike the gods, I do trust Drauger's free will, and if he wants to keep throwing his hat in the ring with Ifrit, that's his business.
I agree.
And I will support him, because I trust that he knows more than I do and knows what he's doing.
Anything else that you guys want to talk about with Heathier before you all fall asleep?
Hey there, I appreciate you letting us know about that dream. Do you frequently have prophetic dreams like that?
Not very often, no. Most commonly, it's just the Grove coming into my dreams to give me new quests and missions to do if they cannot appear in person. I have had the occasional moment where Orsted has appeared into my mind, and never Osemther, though. This is new for me.
Yeah, interesting. I actually don't have anything else to say about that. I was really trying to find something, but wasn't in there. I think I'm a little gassed after the day.
I'm the same way. I just feel beat after everything we've been through.
I think we all deserve some rest.
Hmm.
I agree.
Quick question. Is that goddess he mentioned the same goddess that Malkov gets his powers from?
Malkov did say that he prayed to a Simthur to allow him to appear to you in a dream. Yes.
Got it. Okay.
I'm glad you picked up on that. That was a long time ago. That's a good pull.
How could I ever forget that? Every time our character's about to go to sleep, I'm like prepping for war. I'm like, I have to be ready. Yeah, I think so. I think that when he first says that, I think she's just like a little bit like, I don't know if I like the fact that, she might have seen the future. She might be trying to help us out, but she also helped out a guy that really wants to kill my ass. So
And as the conversation lulls and another warm gust of wind fills the carriage's cabin, you can feel your eyes growing ever heavier. The aches and pains from the past day's fights are catching up to you before you realize that you're yawning and nestling into the plush cushions of the bench. And it takes almost no time at all for you to fall deeply asleep. And Cal and Aegin, please long rest yourself.
thank God.
I want to make note that Cal is definitely sleeping on top of the shield for back support, because the bed is too cushy for him.
Drauger, you awaken to the sound of thunder. It rumbles in the distance and shakes the ground you sit upon. It takes a minute for you to fully take in your surroundings, but as the grogginess fades from your consciousness, you find yourself looking down at your gauntlet. It looks different than you remember. It's got dragon-like teeth protruding from your knuckles and the bottom of your wrist, while two jewels are placed to look like eyes above the teeth, and there are crisscrossing engravings that look like scales. Your mittened hand looks as though a dragon's mouth has engulfed it, but you have no recollection of how this came to be. It's a dizzying thought that forces you to look up from your gauntlet, and you realize that you're sitting against a massive tree in the center of a forest. A quickly flowing river runs beside you, and a silhouette stands along the riverbank. Ephirth stands along the riverbank. He holds a hand out from his cloak and reaches out towards the sky as raindrops fall upon him.
You know, I'd almost forgotten how peaceful the rain can be.
He says without turning to face you.
It has been done, Ephirth.
Yes. Congratulations on another successful hunt. It isn't very often that you get the opportunity to slay two of your kin in a single hunt. Well done. I have something for you.
And he, in an instant, is like standing next to you, and he holds a card out towards you, and it looks identical to the ones you'd received in the tavern.
I reach out and take it. As I am, I say,
I can only remember the first. I have no memory of a second Drauger.
He takes another step next to you, and a cold, withering hand falls upon your helm. You can feel the chill through the metal as it permeates your incorporeal form. And he says,
There's nothing there. No memory of the fight.
Takes a step back with his head tilting in confusion.
How can this be?
I don't know.
You killed the Kelpie and the dragon, which you have no recollection of.
The dragon. I don't remember anything about. I'm unsure.
This makes no sense. Your mind should be comprehensible to me. Why do I see nothing? Why is nothing in there? Are you trying to trick me? Have you had someone erase your memories, dog?
No, Ephirth, no. I have been loyal to you. I have done everything that you have asked me. If the Dragon Helm was alive, it would not be here on my gauntlet. So, no matter if I have the memory or not, I think I must have slayed it.
Yes, I believe that to be true. It is troublesome, but you have completed your task, so... Have you missed your friends?
My only duty is to serve you, Ephirth.
You are a good dog, aren't you? You follow as you should. Continue westwards. Once you get past the border of Nurwood, I feel the presence of those you must slay. We'll speak soon. For now, I have other business to attend to.
Thank you, Ifeth.
The rain begins to fall harder, coming down in heavy sheets and obscuring your vision in front of you. And the vision of Earth just completely dissipates, and you are left standing there next to this tree with a card in your hand.
I'll look at the card.
So, like before, this back side of the card has got a sword on it. And when you flip it over, it displays a bow with 2 arrows nocked. And you see sunlight flickering between the branches of tall trees that surround you. You're standing in a large field behind a stone cottage. You hold a long bow in your hand, knocking an arrow from a quiver that hangs at your side. As you finish knocking your own, you look to your right and see someone else standing there. They seem to be struggling a bit to knock their own short bow. Like before, you can't quite make out the details of this person. It seems as though their features have been swirled around like wet paint. But a word, familiar to you now, rings in your head. Daughter. You're teaching your daughter how to shoot a bow. There's 2 barrels of hay a distance away from you in this field, standing in as makeshift targets. You pull your arm back and aim the arrow before letting it loose. It whistles through the air and smacks dead center to the hay barrel. You look down at your daughter, who is still struggling to knock her own bow. Arrows spill from the quiver as she fumbles about. You kneel down to help her with her bow, gently instructing her the proper technique. She gets the arrow knocked, and you feel happy. Still kneeling next to her, you help her pull the string back, telling her to steady her breathing and how to aim. And next thing you know, she's released the string and the arrow hits the target. Not in the dead center like yours, just barely hitting the target at all, but something floods your body and your mind. Pride. You breathe in the smell of lilac of the field as you close your eyes to embrace your daughter. You tell her that you're proud of her and that you love her. And when your eyes open once more, you find that you are still in the woods. Earth still nowhere to be seen, but the card remains in your hand. Thunder rumbles all around you, and you can soon hear the squishing and squelching of boots in the mud approaching, though the heavy rain is diminishing the 2 travelers to nothing more than hazy outlines as they get closer to you. Cal and Aegin. The carriage shakes roughly as you're suddenly drawn out of restful sleep. Thunder rumbles along the horizon as heavy sheets of rain fall all around you. You see that Heathir is nowhere to be seen, but in his place you see a small letter tucked into the cushion of where he was sitting with a leather pouch atop it.
At least he didn't leave without a word, but he probably could have woken us up. Whatever. Gonna, blearily open the letter.
What's the letter say?
Cal and Aegin, it is with a heavy heart that I must depart from our travels together. As we slept, the grove of elders spoke to me, beckoning me back to them with the great tree sapling that we have rescued. I did not wish to wake you after such a hard-fought day, so this letter will have to do. How kind of him. Cal, thank you for showing me what companionship along the lonely road looks like. Oh, for too long have I traveled by my lonesome with only beasts to share company with. Your willingness to save me, merely a stranger, has renewed my heart. The road is lonely, but less so with friends who will be there for you in crisis. The Hangmen, I have no doubt, will be there for you no matter the cost. Aegin, you have shown immense bravery in the face of terrifying odds and circumstances. Such bravery is a gift, and one that you should greatly cherish as you continue your journey. Already I have seen you prove your worth of the elk head charm you wear upon your neck. May a mentor guide you along your path and be at your side in times of need, as she has many brave and noble warriors. Oh shit, I kind of forgot about this. Well, until we meet again, which I pray to our blessed gods will be soon. May the sun smile upon you and the wind be at your back. I think there's a song about that somewhere.
Probably.
Your new friend, Heathir. P.S. The leaves of the sapling I have left within the pouch should help you in your journey. Brew it into a tea and a drink, place into a pipe, or simply chew it. Regardless, it will grant you the strength you need. Oh, and a gift. Man, what a kind man.
He is one of a kind, for sure.
I hope we get to meet him again.
He is part of the Hangmen now, I think. If you agree to it.
I agreed to it, yeah. We'll have to hunt him back down, I think. He can't escape us.
Nope.
Once a hangman, always a hangman.
Always a Hangmen.
Well, you have a preferred method of ingestion, Cal? Do you have a preferred method of partaking?
Partaking in the green.
I think it's silver, actually, but what color are these leaves?
I have never tried to put in a pipe before. I think I might try that.
Yeah, I don't think we have the stuff to do tea right now in this carriage, so yes, let's smoke them. And I think Aegon's gonna, like, pull some... She obviously has papers, like some other dried larger leaves, and start...
Are Aegin and Cal about to have a fucking smoke session in this dude's carriage?
Yeah, we're about to hotbox this carriage.
Hell yeah.
Close that window.
You guys smoke the World Tree leaves. You can add a +1 to any of your base stats. So, strength, dexterity, wisdom, intelligence, charisma. That's permanently.
Aegin, pass the joint. Pass the joint, Aegin. Pass it.
It's buff pass. You're breaking the rules, Aegin. You're hogging it.
Shut up. Smoke it or pass.
You guys smoke the sapling leaf. You feel that the carriage comes to a halt, and the sounds of wet, sticky footsteps quickly approach the side of the carriage, and the door swings open, and Chimney is standing there holding the door open as the rain continues to pour.
Cal? Aegin? Did you light a fire in there?
I'm sorry about that, Chimney. It's kind of wet out there, and we didn't want to get damp.
Chimney, do you want some? It's really good.
Oh, yes. He takes it, puffs a little bit. Oh, I feel smarter. Hands it back to you.
I feel smarter.
I've got a lot of really good ideas.
That's what I've been telling you this whole time, Chimney. Good job. I'm glad you're realizing it.
Well, I have some bad news. Some sad news, really. But it appears we're at a crossroads, and me and his lordship will be heading north, and I think you two are heading west.
We are. I believe this might be where we part ways, Chimney.
Yes, I believe so.
And his lordship speaks up, and goes, "Please let me get back into my carriage. It's so wet out here."
You were so strong and so brave, your lordship. You've really suffered
Yes,
much, and we
yes.
appreciate that
As I've said in the
sacrifice.
past,
Of course
as
you
I-
may
as I've said.
get back into your carriage now that we are leaving.
We greatly appreciate your hospitality and don't mind the smell.
Our time together might have been brief, but I believe it was meaningful. I wish y'all the best, and may our paths cross again.
Yes, well, I do check for carrier pigeon. You may be invited to the wedding soon. He looks down at Chimney, and Chimney, like, blushes and kind of, like, digs his heel into the ground.
Oh, you too! I'm so happy for you! Congratulations and many blessings.
I did not expect this. This is, wow, congratulations.
When Cal said he did not expect this, Aegon's just gonna slap him real quick. Like, hey!
What?
Chimney is like, yes, well, we've had some time to ourselves, and we've known each other for a very long time, and his lordship revealed something to me that sort of tied it all together.
And his lordship goes, "Yes, my full title is Sir Rowan and Celebrity the 13th, 14th, and 16th, Senior, Junior, Lord Baron of Celebrity's Keep, Slayer of Gog, Lover of Chimney,
Aww.
Wow!
all around good gentleman the 13th. And it was always so. I felt as if I had to hide it from my family, but no longer will I. My near-death experience has opened my eyes, so to speak. Now get out of my carriage, please."
Yes, sir.
Wear your new title with pride.
Absolutely. No more hiding.
Oh, he will. He will.
Oh, and I can't wait to come to the wedding. I'll bring y'all such a beautiful wedding present.
I would hope so.
Cal, do you know what you bring people for their weddings?
I have never been to a wedding before.
Do you think they'd like a carved Canar terror? I think I'm gonna carve him a carved Canar terror.
Get out! Get out!
Okay, fine. We're gone.
You may want to open the windows while you're riding.
Oh, shh, don't tell him. It's such a funny prank.
Yes, well, it was very good to meet you both, and may our paths cross again in the future.
Yes.
Absolutely. You as well. We're gonna pile out with our stuff. Well, Cal, on our own again.
On the road again. Where are we going to find the Drauger?
Oh God, who fucking knows? I think let's just start heading west and calling his name every once in a while.
I just imagine like there's the little bit of the pipe left, and he's like, "Do you want the last hit or can I take it?"
I'll take it.
Such a hog.
Oh no, if you want it. No, wait, if you want it.
Drauger, where
No,
are
if you
you,
want it,
Drauger?
you can take it. No, if you want it. I don't mean to be selfish, but if you're offering.
No, take it. Drauger, where are you? Drauger!
Drauger!
Just stumbling down the fucking road.
So as Chimney and his lordship depart along the muddy northern pathway, you guys pull your packs tighter against your back, take another hit from your pipe, and head west. The rain does not seem to slow down nor speed up. It just continues to pour in this steady, bone-soaking rhythm. And after about a half hour's walk, you're blessed with some cover underneath a dense canopy of trees. Even with the foliage's cover, the rain still comes down heavily and slightly obscures the path ahead of you. You soon find yourself walking alongside a raging river, nearly flooding from the rain, when you see a lone silhouette standing near a large tree by the riverbank. Another few steps brings the hazy silhouette into better focus, and your spirits lift as you recognize the familiar sight of your good friend, Drauger. Drauger, will you please describe to your friends what you look like?
You see Drauger come into view, and he looks a little bit different. On his chest, there is this engraving of a kelpie on where his heart should be that goes down and around, kind of wraps around his back. And then his gauntlet has this, like, dragon's head design on it with 2 gems. And when the gauntlet moves, the gems, like, change colors depending on, like, the angle you're looking at them. And he runs up and hugs you both.
I missed you both so much.
Drauger!
Drauger, we missed you too. We almost died like 3 times. I told Cal I wasn't gonna tell you, but I have to tell you we almost died like so many times. We can't do it without you, Drauger.
What happened?
Oh, it doesn't even matter. We're back together now.
A lot of things, but we are fine now. We fought a couple monsters, met some people, and almost died.
A lot has happened, yes.
What happened to you? Sick. This is a sick carving. That gauntlet. Hoo-wee.
That is, you've got new, Aegin, what is the term? New drip?
New drip. Yeah.
It is raining, but I have slayed 2 more of ones like me, other Drauger, and one was in the form of a kelpie, as you can see from my engraving, and the other one was the dragon helm that, when we were trying to save King Ironbeard, had split off into the Underdark.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you caught up with him. Was it a hard fight?
Well, I only remember half of it. Everything leading up until the kelpie and absorbing her. And then, well, after that, my memory eludes me. I woke up here.
You absorbed the kelpie.
Yes, much in the same way that I absorbed the cracked helm.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and you clearly absorbed the dragon because you got the dragon on you. That's weird. Do you think it's... Well, you've got all the other memory stuff. Sorry, I don't mean to touch a sore spot. Is that connected, do you think? Like, did you first take it, or...
My best guess is that, well, one of the last things that the kelpie helm Drauger said to me was that the dragon helm steals something.
Huh.
And with my memory being gone, and I'm just so happy to see both of you. I fought Ondavar too, but they were more savage, and like everything that made them who they were was gone, and they were feral. So all of that, I can assume the dragon helm stole memories.
Memories, yeah. Ooh.
It is unfortunate that Ifrit sent you there to do that on your own. I wish we were there to fight with you.
I'm glad that he only stole the memories of that fight, though, and not more.
Yes, I am very grateful, and I missed you both dearly.
Oh, we missed you too, Drauger. I'm so glad you feel the same. Shall we start trying to get out of this rain while we catch up? 'Cause it was quite an adventure we went on too. Oh my, oh my.
It was something for sure.
Yes, while we walk, you'll have to regale it to me.
Well, it has been... it has been quite a minute since I've seen you, Drauger. It seems you've been through quite a lot.
Yes, well, just glad to be back. And I would like to not have to leave on my own again.
I think we would like that too, yeah.
Do you expect the Firth to call you back anytime soon?
I can't say, but I will say he has his own way of dealing with me, and it is unfortunate occasionally.
Yeah.
It is unfortunate. Well, do you wish to regale Drauger with our tales, or do you want me to?
Yes, please tell me.
Oh, yeah, with all the times we nearly died. Well, okay, well, I'll cut to the short of it. We met these two fellas that were heading the same direction, so we hitched a ride with them. And then one of them got kidnapped, so then we went to try to go rescue him, and then he was in, like, a vampire mausoleum. And then we tried to fight this vampire, and we were not successful. Let me tell you, the ceiling fell down on us, and we all got crushed. I thought probably to death, but then when I woke up next, I was being pulled out by two of Malco's fuckers, and then, got taken out again by them. So then, Cal, you're gonna have to fill in the gaps here after you woke up, but I was in a shack for a while.
Yes, after the vampire's lair collapsed on us, and we realized that Aegin was gone, Heather and I, which Heather is...
Heather! He's a druid! He's really kind!
Yes. We met a druid right after you departed with us, and
Oh, the both of you made a new friend.
Yeah, I think you'll really like him.
he is now... There is no doubt about it, he saved our lives. He is now an honorary member of the Hangmen.
Honorary because we wanted to check with you first.
Yes.
If he kept the both of you safe, then he's as much a member as I am.
He did hang out with us, so, I mean, Heather being the druid that he has managed to track where Aegin went, and we found her at the cabin that she was at.
Yeah, with a bunch of Malcos, man. And, I tried to keep my silence while they were talking, and I think we gotta find Ilya. I didn't think this little farce that she was trying to do was gonna work, but I thought it wasn't gonna work because I thought she was gonna give me up, not because she was gonna be unsuccessful. It seems that they found out that she had let me go, and had ditched her, apparently. I don't know if they told Malkov about her deception. I don't know if anybody else knows, but I couldn't let them tell anyone.
Well, they will not be saying anything.
Yeah.
Ever.
No.
So, I do not think you need to fear that.
I'm just kind of now grappling with the fact that I just killed a bunch of people that my girlfriend probably grew up with and worked really closely with. And I know I was doing it to save her life, but that still doesn't really feel like a great reason. Nasty business.
They did capture you and were trying to take you back to Malkov, who would definitely have killed you or done worse things.
Oh, that's true. It was also self-defense. And they told me that Malkov was on his way to that location, so I have a feeling that Malkov might be a little hot on our trail for a minute. So it's probably best if at least I lay low for the moment. I don't think they know about the 2U because we killed all the motherfuckers that saw Cal, and Drauger, you weren't with us. So I feel like y'all are gonna be cool, and I feel like I should probably start donning a disguise again. Oh, God, I hate this part. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. I'm worried about her.
It sounds like you did what you had to do. Not like you were given much choice.
No, but, that doesn't make it right, you know?
You have a heart to feel the way that you do. I'm sure Malkov does not feel that way.
It would be worse if you harbor no feelings at all.
This is true. This is true.
And whatever happens, Drauger and I are here to back you up.
I think I might need it. So, he's a scary motherfucker. Yeah.
Malkov is a scary man.
If we're talking about disguises,
And I put a hand over the Kelpie, and I'm gonna cast a new once-a-day disguise self on myself.
Ooh!
Ooh.
My reward for killing the Kelpie. And I turned into just like a generic bald guy, I think.
Bald human man.
huh? What do we think?
Whoa, Drauger. This is crazy. You look very normal.
Wow. You look like the average human man.
I couldn't really think about what I wanted to turn into. I just sort of chose the easiest option.
Yeah.
I think it is great. I think it is, Aegin, you know the term. Hiding in plain sight, I think is what you call it.
You're definitely not going to pull as much attention this way.
Well, I can only do it once a day, and it lasts for an hour. So, in certain situations, maybe
For
it
sure.
could be useful.
Well, it seems like we're going to be getting newly acquainted with our new friend, Bald Human Man, for the next hour.
Yes, I suppose I'll need to choose a new name than Drauger.
Yes! Drauger, it's time for a nickname! Finally! Only when you're in Bald Human Man form, though. I'll respect that.
Oh, hold on.
Yes, I'm a bald human man.
And what's your name, Bald Human Man?
I need to think of a new name. Daniel.
I think your name is James.
How about James Epperson or Adam Whitlock?
Those names feel really... I feel like those names belong to somebody else. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling, but...
But we'll, in the moment maybe would be more fun.
Certainly more fun. That's how I've always done all of my pseudonyms.
Come up with it on the fly.
On the spot. It's more organic that way. Well,
I think so too.
And I'll drop it. I'm back to Drauger.
welcome back, Drauger. I gotta say, I like the suit of armor more.
Well, thank you.
While we are here, I do wish to... Before you left, Drauger, when we were in the temple district of Itava, I took some time to meditate and pray to Kaldor, and I suppose that I had something happen.
Did you now?
Yes, you know the runes that are on the back of my shield. They are the names of my family, my brother, my mother, other members of the tribe. Taya is even on here, or at least it was. The runes have changed now, and I'll flip the shield back and show you. And instead of it saying all the names of people, it reads in Goliath, "Follow the path you were on, find me."
Hell.
Wow.
So I suppose that I just received a message from a god that most of the world considers dead.
Hell, this is huge.
That is incredible.
I suppose we are on the right track. Just like you were speaking earlier, Aegin, though Simpler must be putting us on the path because Kaldor seems to think we're going in the right direction.
Just another god that's throwing his hat in the ring.
I suppose so.
How many does that make it now?
Quite a lot of gods. But as big of a deal that this is, since we've all come back together, whenever we get the chance, I no longer have the names on the shield from where I came from, but I wish to put more on the shield.
Yeah.
And if you are okay with it, I would like to have the both of you write on the shield.
Yeah, that would be a huge honor.
Cal, it would be an honor. the mighty Kalgorath stone shield. Ask his companions to sign his shield so that he may carry us wherever he goes. I am touched.
The symbolism.
I mean, the Hangmen are always together.
Only if you let me copy down those new runes, though.
Of course, take it.
Oh, thank God. I was really dying. I can't believe you didn't tell me about that when it happened. I mean, I understand, but like my researcher brain was really just thrown for a loop.
You must understand, like, a god that the rest of the world thinks is dead in the Goliaths are like, he's probably alive, but we have faith that he's real and that he's still alive. Spoke to me, basically. That is a lot to put on one person.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And who am I to throw stones in glass houses about keeping secrets?
You have your reasons, Aegin.
It seems we'll have to add finding Kaldor to the list of tasks we must complete.
Yes.
But speaking of looking for Ilya, we must catch up. I mean, with everything that has happened, who knows how far we are from your Goliath brother, Cal. If we can pick up his trail again, then should be no time catching up, dealing with that in whatever way you decide, Cal. But after that, I believe the plan was to collect the reward. Maybe there's some magic we can find that can send a message to Ilya.
Yeah, I'll start putting some feelers out. What the two fellas told me that had me in the cottage, it seemed like she went in the opposite direction as we were heading. Now, I don't know how, I'm not going to trust them any farther than I can burn them, but it might have some truth to it. Sometimes easiest lying is close to the truth.
Do you think maybe she is returning to Isomra?
I hope not.
I feel like that would be the last place that she'd want to go.
Because I think her whole thing is that she's out on loan from the prison because she's trying to hunt me down. So I don't think she'd be returning to Isomra because then she wouldn't be able to maintain the guise of hunting me down.
Yeah.
I assume she can handle herself in a fight if all or maybe at least a chunk of the forces sent to come to you have separated. Maybe she is safe, slipped out in the night.
That's certainly my hope. She was always much better than I was at badassery.
Nonsense. Aegin, you've done more than enough badassery.
Well, I appreciate your vote of confidence, but I had to learn it from somewhere. Who do you think I learned it from?
I thought you were born with it.
You know what? Yeah, I can take credit for my own accomplishments, but somebody else being badass doesn't diminish from my own badassery. I'm just saying, she is quite capable. That's the moral of the story here. I'm not trying to be like self-pitying. I know my worth, but I also know that I just got kidnapped.
And you got yourself out of it.
Well, that's neither here nor there.
Well, anyway.
I feel like let's focus on these Dragonborn first. I'll look around for a message sending stone or something like that, and let's all make a pact not to get kidnapped again. Sounds good?
I will agree to that pact.
And Drauger, I'm including you in the kidnapping because it feels a little bit like Ephraim kidnapped you, and I know it was a little bit more consensual than that, but
I will also.
So as you guys are talking and making a pact to not get kidnapped, you suddenly find that you're passing beneath two huge wooden statues that depict Ivithar, the elven creator god. As you're passing the statue on the left, you see that it shows Ivithar holding out a glaive in his right hand with his left outstretched towards the sky. The statue on the right shows Ivithar holding a blossoming tree in both hands, holding them up towards the sky. You realize that this indicates that you've made it to the border of Nurwood, but you're surprised to see that there are no guards, no welcoming party, nothing standing at this border crossing. It's just wide open, abandoned.
Now this is a bit concerning.
Why doesn't everybody give me an investigation check?
That's a 14 for me.
7.
Dirty 20.
Cal, it is really too late for you to really take in what's going on. Your hair kind of keeps falling in your face as you're looking around, but Aegin and Drauger, you guys see a couple of different things. Both of you immediately see that there are a jumble of boot prints that now look like they're almost completely covered back over with mud. But you can deduce that it looks like there was some sort of fight or struggle here. There also appears to be newer footprints that are less covered up in the mud, and they appear to be barefooted, all leading westwards.
How big are they?
They appear to be about the size of cow's feet. You guys see that the hitches for like where the guards up at their horses are destroyed, and the footprints lead southwards. And then with your dirty 20, you see two different things. And Aegin, with your 14, you see one thing. Aegin, we'll start with you. You see that on a few of the trees nearby, there are scorch marks on them, and they appear to have like chunks of the trunk blown apart by some sort of explosion. And Drauger, you see that there appears to be a dagger half buried in the mud. As you pull it out, you see that it bears the emblem of the followers of the First Mother on its crossguard. There's also a half sheet of paper, almost completely deteriorated by the rainwater and mud. It's pretty much completely illegible except for one smudged letter that appears that it could be an F, or an R, or a P, but with the water damage, it's impossible to tell exactly what it is.
The Order of the First Mother? What does Drauger know about them?
Why don't you give me a history check with advantage?
19.
19. Okay, you know a lot. You have probably come across these people before, or are just like in general knowledgeable of this organization. They are magic users that have dedicated themselves to the study, preservation, and incorruptibility of magic, believing that magic is a gift from a Dalen, and it must be protected and never stop advancing the knowledge and use of it. They originate from the Tower Arcartanet in the Mage Tower.
The Tower of Mages. Dagger from a mage from there.
Yes, so they originate from the tower in there, but they scatter all across the world to do research and investigation and stuff like that. But that is like their headquarters, so whoever dropped this dagger was one of these followers of the First Mother.
Is there anything magical about it?
There does not appear to be anything magical about it. It just seems to be a normal dagger. Like, you know, if they can't use spells, they've got at least a backup of some sort of blade.
I'd tell everybody, you know, what I've seen.
Followers of the First Mother, that's interesting. I've always wanted to chat with some of them. You know, they've got all these advancements in magic. I was wondering if they couldn't help me with my research. Do we think that they were the aggressors here, or do you think they were being aggressed upon?
You did say there were burn marks?
Mm-hmm.
They would have some sort of fire magic. Do you think they were beset upon by Ondavar?
So the tracks from these mages, presumably, and the tracks from Taya, do they appear to, like, be around the same time? Like, the same kind of level of freshness?
So, Taya's looks like probably within the last 2 hours, and they're slightly off to the side from the rest of them that are almost completely covered back over by mud at this point.
Okay.
You know, actually, why don't you give me a nature check? Why does somebody give me a nature check? Nature or survival?
Natural 20, baby.
I got a 17.
I got a 22.
Okay, everybody knows, Cal, you instantly clock this, that it looks like Taya's were made during the storm while it was raining, whereas the other ones looked like they were probably happening just like in the dirt that became mud when the storm happened.
Do we think that that band of Dragonborn that Taya was following are followers of the First Mother?
Yo, I did not think of that.
That would tie things up neatly for us, but I worry about them because I don't think they'd drop a dagger in a letter unless they were under some kind of duress.
As much as it pains me that Thea is hunting Dragonborn to hunt Dragonborn, perhaps there is more to the story than just that.
Well, I guess we probably should continue and find out, unless we think there's something else here.
It does appear that there's no one here, and I cannot imagine that Thea fought the guards here. It appears it came much later. Maybe the Dragonborn or these mages caused the problem?
Maybe.
I would hate for something bad to happen to innocent people as much as the next person, but if we don't follow Taya, something bad might happen to innocent people, so...
Yeah, I think we gotta keep going west. I just hope that those horse footprints there in the mud are from horses escaping and not from ne'er-do-wellers getting away.
Are there any bodies?
There are no bodies at all.
No blood?
If there's any blood, it's been so like sloshed around in the mud that, yeah, you can't tell.
I do think that We came here with the intention of following Thea, potentially preventing him from hurting these innocent Dragonborn. I think that is what we continue to do.
I think so too. As much as the eyes of 7 deities might say otherwise, we are only 3 people. We only have so much time and energy to save the world in the day, I guess. Gotta start with what we know we can do.
I would like to hold off from splitting up again.
I agree.
I'm not anxious to get kidnapped again, and I think the best way to avoid that is to stick together. Westward?
Yes.
Let us go.
So the 3 of you walk for another half hour in the rain, continuing west. And for a little while there were tracks, but now it's just all thick, stinking mud. Your boots get stuck and you have to trudge to make any sort of progress. It's arduous, frustrating work. But soon, you hear something that makes you stop dead in your tracks. Over the thunder, the rain, and the rushing of the river off to your right, you hear the sounds of voices yelling, "Help! Help!" accompanied by splashing.
All right, I'm going. Aegin's gonna pull her hood up and see if she can't run ahead. Get a look at what's going on.
We rush to go help this guy.
And Aegin runs ahead first.
Okay, so Aegin, you get there. Yeah, you get there a little bit before Cal and Drauger, and in the river you see a large mass of something scaly moving towards you. At first, it's incomprehensible as it wriggles and struggles against the raging current, but then you realize that it's a half-dozen Dragonborn who are bound together and trying to get to the shoreline.
What the fuck?
Holy shit. Do we see Thea anywhere?
You do not see Thea.
Okay.
All right, I'm going in. And Aegin's gonna try to dive into the river to cut the ropes.
I want to run down as well, like farther from them as much as I can. And if you'll allow me, I want to use the other cool thing that I got with the dragon gauntlet. I want to cast Dragon's Breath on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And choose cold and try to make basically like a pillar of ice that maybe they could try to wrap around.
Sure, I will definitely allow that. So, Aegin, you jump into the water. You kind of grab onto, it looks like a combination of netting and big thick rope tied around the legs of these Dragonborn. You start trying to cut them out. Cut them free, and then you see that Drauger has used this cold spray to freeze this little portion of water, and you quickly, with the rushing current, kind of hit into it. Cal, are you gonna help get them out of the water, or what are you doing?
As Aegin is cutting their ropes, I'll help pull them out of the water.
Okay, yeah. So you pull them out of the water, and Cal, as they take a look at you, they quickly back away, nearly falling back into the water as it looks like they're trying to get away from you, and their 6 overlapping voices kind of cry out for you, don't hurt me, please, we're innocent, and they look terrified.
No, I will not hurt you. Just get out of the water.
Hey, no, Cal's real sweet. Cal just saved your life. Cal wouldn't hurt y'all. You're okay. Come on, let's get out of the river.
I just said, I know I'm big and scary and intimidating, but I'm not going to hurt you. Trust me.
Yeah, he's harmless. Well, he won't harm you.
You get the 6 out of the water. Aegin, you finish untying their legs from the wet, knotted rope, and all of you notice that they appear to have their arms broken. They're just simply limp against their sides, and it's no wonder they were struggling to stay afloat.
Who did this to you?
When you say who did this to you, they look at Cal.
Oh my god, that's evil.
Ooh.
Cal, will you give me a perception check with advantage, please?
I got a 10 with advantage.
Okay, you needed a 10.
Thank God.
You, being someone who has, been looking for, perhaps, hunted or encountered the disciples of Viltrue before, you know that if they are a part of the disciples, they will have a brand on the back of their neck. And none of these 6 Dragonborn have the brand of Viltrue on the back of their necks.
Did the Goliath that came after you, was he wearing a gauntlet?
One of these Dragonborn, she kind of shuffles herself a little bit, trying to almost prop herself up with her broken hands and, struggle a little bit. And she shuffles a little closer to you and she just says, "Do you know him?"
I know him, but I do not. This is wrong. What happened to you is wrong. And I'm gonna heal them. I'm gonna lay on hands them.
Okay. As he's doing that, Aegin and Drauger, will you guys give me perception or investigation checks?
I'm doing perception.
I'm doing investigation.
That's a 22 for me.
4.
Cal, you heal their arms. They kind of like start to mend back in place. It'll take a little while for them to like fully heal and be able to use their hands. But this female dragonborn, she kind of like tries to reach this half limp, like, you know, somewhat healed arm out to you and just says,
Thank you. Why? I thought that you are Goliaths. They hate us. Are you?
I do not hate you. I know what you think, and you are not wrong to think that, but I do not hate you. I'm gonna make sure that I cannot do this to anyone else.
Thank you so much. I am Nishan. These are what's left of us.
How many were there of you?
Dozens.
And you 6 are all that remain?
No, there are some more. Others scattered with the other Goliath westward still. We're the ones that just got tossed aside. We didn't have the...
and she kind of like touches the back of her neck like, we don't have the brands of Eldrith.
But the others do.
She just kind of quietly nods her head. And Aegin, as Nishan like reaches to touch the back of her neck to show like, you know, the brand, her left sleeve raises a little bit and you see something branded onto her forearm. It has 8 points with 4 pointed up and 4 pointed down in what appears to be the shape of some sort of spider. This is not a brand that any of you have ever seen in your lives.
I think Aegin's gonna see that and she's not gonna press the issue right now because like these people have just been through a lot. But she's like, there's something she wants to know. She's curious, but she's gonna note it. Why did he toss? The only reason he tossed you aside is because you didn't have the brand, the dragon brand.
That is correct. Yes, he looked for all of our brands, saw not the disciples of Viltrue branded on our neck, and so he.
If you don't mind my asking, why were you traveling with the disciples of Viltrue?
We are defectors, traveling alongside the disciples of Viltrue to Nurwood.
So they're. Are you saying that the disciples of Viltrue they're defecting from the sect?
Yes, these disciples of Viltrue, they're leaving the group, and so are we. We're all just trying to make it into Nurwood. We wish to. Sorry. We wish to reach the western region of Nurwood, so we can bathe in the well of cleansing, have the temple of Freether, and absolve for our sins of being part of the groups.
Can I insight check them?
I was also gonna ask if I can also insight check them.
9. I'm rolling like shit today.
That was a 13 insight for me.
From what you can tell, they're telling the truth.
Yeah, everybody deserves a fresh start, and we're gonna help you. I want to make that clear. We're gonna help you. So I'm not trying to ask any questions to try to persecute you any more than you've already been persecuted, because what's been done to you is unfair and bad and wrong. Were you saying you were also a part of the cult of Viltrue, or doing work for them?
We used to be some of the disciples, yes, but we joined a different offshoot of them, still worshipping and living in a similar area to where the disciples are, yes.
That's good to know. Okay, and you're set on defecting. Would you mind, as we travel, would you mind telling us where that is, so we can help any more fellas that are trying to leave?
Why don't you roll me a persuasion check?
Hey, that's a 16. That's not bad.
Right, of course. The disciples, and the group that we were part of, we were made our home in Kanar, beneath Spine Ridge.
Why doesn't it already give me a history check?
I would love to. That's also a wet 20. A soggy 20.
I got a very dry 7.
That is an 8 with advantage.
I'm like really tempted. I think I almost feel like Cal would just know this part that I'm about to say,
Just give it to me.
just by being a Goliath. So I'm gonna say that you'll know this too. So Cal and Aegin, you guys know that Spine Ridge is a place in Kennar, and it's said to be the site where Veldrith died at the hands of Kaldor. When he chopped Veldrith's head off, the body remained, and the body became what's known as Spine Ridge. So she is saying that they are in Spine Ridge as their like base of operations.
How strong has the cult grown?
Very. It started off with only good intentions, wanting to bring Veldrith back.
I'm not sure that is a good intention.
Hey, now.
He's our creator god. He is our whole reason for existing. We thought if we brought him back, he would return to the pure way that he was before Den only had control, the way that Adalin made him. He could have redemption and stop this feud between Goliath and Dragon.
And that's not the case anymore, is it?
Is that why you defected? The mission had changed?
Yes.
She kind of like looks around. She looks scared to divulge more information.
I understand, you've been through a lot. Why don't you take some time, rest up. We're gonna go try to save your friends. Just so you know. We're trying to help.
Do you want to just leave them here?
I don't think we can take them with us.
They could go to the guard station that we passed, at least to get out of the rain. Or maybe one of them could lead us to where they last saw your Goliath brother.
Nishon, would you do a favor for us and lead us to where your kin are?
We will not go back, but they're an hour and a half walk west. That's where we last saw them. When he threw us in the river, the river started taking us, and we could just make out the Goliath beginning to...
Yeah, we'll find out. You don't... Thank you for sharing. The last thing I'd like to say to you, whether this changes your mind about what you want to tell us, and no pressure, we want to stop the cult from doing bad things to people. And if you don't like what they're doing over there, we're trying to stop it. And that would be a lot easier if we knew what it was they were trying to do.
As far as my people understand, the Dragonborn and the cult are trying to bring back Veldrith. And you know the history as well as I, that Veldrith slaughtered the giants. And in turn the Goliaths. You can understand our hatred of your kind. It does not make it right. But it is deep-seated history that I'm finding needs to be changed. Perhaps you defecting is the start of some change.
They still want to bring Viltrue back. But rumors have begun to spread that the High Priestess of Viltrue has been working with the Onavar. I no longer believe that their intentions to bring him back the way Adalin made him.
Do you know her name?
No. No name. She is known only as High Priestess.
Thank you for telling us. Do you feel secure here? Do you need us to take you back to the guard tower?
We can travel back east to the guard tower, yes. We'll be okay to go back. Just make sure the Goliath can't do anything else to hurt our friends.
Yeah, give us a day. Give us a day, and then once you've recovered, you should be fine to make your way to the spring.
Thank you. We thought we were dead. You saved us.
Yeah, Aegin's just gonna, like, put her hand on her shoulder. Very... up her back, actually. Not her broken arm. Of course. You're a person and you deserve that. You don't need to thank us for doing what basic human decency.
What was done to you is unspeakable. This abject violence with no purpose. Breaking your limbs and throwing you in the water. That is unspeakable.
It is, yes.
If he was going to do anything, do not take this the wrong way, but it seems as if he took pleasure in harming you versus just ridding the world of you. That would be his purpose, is to remove you as an obstacle, not torture you and throw you to the water.
He smiled when he did it.
Aegin is gonna, like, kind of jaw so fucking tight and just, like, kind of turn and walk away a few steps and, like, stand next to Drauger and be like, I want to kill this guy, Drauger. I know he's Cal's. How am I supposed to not kill this man?
In due time, Aegin. Justice will be served. I think we do need to come up with a plan for when the time comes. But ultimately, I feel the same as you. But it is Cal's decision.
And she's just gonna, like, look off. Look at the dirt.
So I rolled a insight check for Sean. And again, she noticed you look at her arm earlier. And so as you're standing off to the side, she kind of like limps over to you and with like a lowered head just says,
I know you saw the mark. Tell nobody what you saw. The presence of the Spider Queen is a secret.
Okay. Can I ask why?
Give me another persuasion roll.
That's a 23.
She like leans in really close to you. You're smart. You can tell that she is scared to be saying this right now. And she says,
Very few know of her existence, or that she was the wife to great Viltrue.
Okay.
The world has forgotten about her,
Yeah.
but not us. We were given the knowledge.
By whom?
That is all I can say. For fear of retaliation against us, for our sake and yours, do not tell anyone you know about this.
Okay. Is she good?
Nishan says nothing.
Thank you for trusting me.
She's gonna slink back away towards the rest of her friends and start helping them up so they can move eastwards.
Aegin's just gonna, like, look at Cal and then look at Drauger and just, like, grab her forehead.
I looked to Cal.
Cal, it was cruel. Taya will die for this.
Cal doesn't say anything. Let us go save these Dragonborn. And he's gonna start walking west towards where they pointed him out.
You guys head westwards on the trail towards Taya. And you feel that you're getting close. They told you, no more than an hour and a half to get there. But this path is just like frustratingly difficult to trudge through. It is just nothing but thick mud with tufts of grass at this point. It's more mud than walkway. Finally, the path becomes less muddy and more stony, offering a less difficult walk. And after no more than an hour, you see a Goliath, clearly Taya, in the distance. Two Dragonborn are bound together with rope and are yelling at Taya as he holds a dagger to the throat of a third one that he's grabbed in a chokehold. Another maybe dozen Dragonborn corpses are piled near the river's edge.
Oh my god. So he's literally just got piles of them? What the fuck?
Aegin's gonna see that, and she's gonna pull up the hood of her cloak, and she's gonna disappear into the trees.
Cal just starts walking towards him, and he's got his shield out, he's got his warhammer out, and he like just lifts his warhammer and points it at Taya. Taya, what are you doing?
You get closer to him, and you see like the tip of the daggers drawing blood from the Dragonborn's neck, and he turns to look at you and just says,
Cal, thank Thraldor. I was worried you weren't gonna take me up on my offer. Come on, there's still Dragonborn to torture. Prove your birthright to me, Stone Shield.
You cannot be serious. You know this is wrong. I don't have anything to prove to you.
Cal. These Dragonborn,
and he like turns the one that he's got in his grip towards you so you can see the brand of Viltrue on his neck.
You tried to tell me that perhaps they were just Dragonborn, innocent, sweet little pups just going about their day. But what did I tell you? Their nature can't be changed. They worship Viltrue. They have to tell us what they know. They have to die. They can't keep carrying on that blood.
They are defectors. They gave up that life.
Defectors. Viltrue himself was given many opportunities to turn over a new leaf. And every time, he took the easy way out. Gave in to the corruption of Denhunde. Became a killer. He killed our kin, Cal. Have you forgotten?
I will never forget that. That history is ingrained in me. And Viltrue's corruption, that is a fault of him, not a fault of the Dragonborn. You're torturing them, Taya. You're not killing them to remove them as an obstacle, as a way to protect the world. You are torturing them.
Because they deserve it. They have inflicted years upon years upon years of death and hatred.
No, they don't.
And now I take a minute to give back to them what they've done to us. And it's seen as wrong. I am fulfilling our clan leader's will. The will of Thraldor.
I do not think Drauger would agree with this.
You know not what Thraldor wants.
I beg to differ.
You are a child.
What you are doing right now is the most childish thing of all. This is unacceptable.
I will listen not to you, Stone Shield. Your brother commands me. He is in power, not you.
Cal walks a little closer to him, and again points his warhammer at him. He goes, Taya, I invoke the will of Drauger. Stop what you are doing.
You dare invoke the will of Thraldor upon me?
He grunts and digs his foot into the mud, his face turned up in a scowl. And he kind of stands there for a minute just looking at you.
We settle this with physical combat.
So be it. Kalgorath, son of Orgorath, and brother of the ruler of Clan Irithok, I accept your challenge under these conditions. If I win, I will take the Dragonborn to Kalgorath. No questions asked. No stopping me. And you must report to Isomra by midwinter with the trophy of a dragon. You will stand trial. What are your conditions?
If I win, you must stop slaughtering the Dragonborn, here and elsewhere. Release these Dragonborn, and return to Isomra to my brother, and tell him that I bested you.
I find these conditions to be acceptable. Kalgorath Stone Shield of Clan Irithok. The will of Thraldor will be done.
Thank you everybody for joining us for Chapter 15, Season of Storms. I'm Matthew and I've been the DM.
I'm Jordan and I play Aegin on this wonderful, beautiful podcast.
I'm Nathan, and I play Kalgorath Stone Shield, and he invoked the will of Thraldor today.
I'm Noah, and I played Drauger.
And if you made it this far, please check us out on Instagram at Tales the Other Side and give us a 5-star rating on whatever platform you listen on. And we will see you back here for Chapter 16, The Sword and the Stone.
You better rate us 5 stars.
Rate us 5 stars. Don't forget. 2,000 likes and 2,000 ratings. 2,000 ratings, and we'll do a My Little Pony or Neopets one shot.
Well, no, remember, we're giving away Jordan's credit card information.
Yep.
Right. And that.
And 10,000 likes, and I'll dox myself.
Perfect.